Get the ball.
Sponge. No. Check. Can.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
To throw on 2nd down. Beck. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Beck going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Beck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go now. AC Gator. Boom, boom. 34's the right. 34's the right. He's coming. Check in. Here we go, D. All day. Keep it up. All day.
Let's go, A.
From the gun, back. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
64.
Hey, alert 3. Check 4.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, box truck.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
48.
Mike, 56, right there.
50.
You go, night. Talk about night. Shift.
Wait, the hot.
Now a give, right side. Scott, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56. Hey, Ken. Pick up the ball. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet.
They'll run with Scott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
56. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry. 50. Listen to me. 56. Check 56. All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike, 56.
Cousins on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, Beck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. Back 55. Check right. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Go. Mike 5-5.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We want it. Come to my world. Check safety.
A give, running right, Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Begin.
Operating from the gun. Beck. They shakes him off. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. The field position game is such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
17-yard line. It's a play. Brings up 2nd and 2.
56. Watch the run.
From the 17, Cousins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Cousins now. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Interception all day, baby.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The final shot before break. Beck. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee. And that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Target.
First throw now for the backup lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 76 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this throw caught left side. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Topper!
Here's Scott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second and 6, Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right, and he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 9th touchdown of the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Safety screaming. General West. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Check pass. Check pass. Hey, echo. Ready.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Check 26, check 61. Matchbox lights. Switch it, come on, switch it. Shit, watch the shit.
Now Scott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the carry, this is Scott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth.
Recon, 132-5.
On first down, Scott. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the boot.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Time to go. Night. Check 45. Hey, we're good. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, Delta. Check tight. Bang. Ringo. Bang. He's cracked.
3rd and long for Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Cousins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. It's Scarborough again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 24-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Locke going to go on 4th down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Back to throw. Lock. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Fine.
Now Locke. He's got his tight end fan. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Locke now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a 1st down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, high 7. Lee Griffin.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he is out of bounds here on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Man, that's trash. Hey, Orbit. Mike 22, Mike 22. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, Marcus.
Back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Lucky 48.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Wide, get wide. Hey, receiver. Check 6 guys. Yellow. Hey, zoom. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, here we go. 45 to Mike. I got one.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to keep it on the ground, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I'm coming after you. Right 34. Scoot. Let's go, defense. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Denver, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, say no please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. We play the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.